Hello, everyone. It's Thursday night, and we finally actually said goodbye to someone this week. That's right, Big Brother, season 25, Tally the Votes, and with me tonight is my
Jamie.
daughter.
I'm Jamie. That's David. That's David.
That's,
And
yeah,
that's Julie.
right. So she's a kind of a newer watcher, devotee. So I thought she might have some comments tonight, but maybe she'll just sit there and be mute. I don't know. We'll see. Teenagers can't figure them out. So I have to say right off the bat that I hope that Big Brother never, ever, 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 ever.
Let's Jeff Probst do the casting. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just does another week like this where it's like we're not gonna do anything. It's gonna be this limbo crapola. Like it's
Okay,
not good.
This has been the best Feeds year in probably 5 or 6 as far as the activity on the feeds and the gameplay that's gone on during the week.
The game in general.
Like this week, like the biggest thing that came out was Corey and America are talking about living together after the
their shower scene. That was pretty exciting.
You know what Jag and Felicia thought was going on. I mean,
well, because she dropped to the floor immediately. Duh.
It really just made me miss Izzy on the feed so much because she used to hide out in the shower all the time to listen to people's conversations that they were having in the bathroom. And it happened a lot, like often. This week wouldn't have been boring if Izzy would have been there because she would have been off the rails.
She'd have been in the shower already before they could get in together.
Yeah, imagine America pops up and then Izzy pops up.
Izzy pops up and Cameron's just there like, I don't even know what they were doing because Izzy clearly wasn't into me.
Oh, Izzy, we miss thee.
Yeah, you know what? This is the first week I missed Izzy because normally, like reading Hamster Watch, I had to like leave like 10 minutes to read the day's feeds.
Oh, yeah, because it would go back, forth.
It was like 2 paragraphs. And he's like, and nothing happened today.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a tough week. But leave it to CBS. Leave it to CBS to be like, you know what? This is starting to pick up steam. We're getting a lot of positive attention, a lot of positive feedback. People are really liking this season. Okay. We need to make this stop.
Yes,
what are we doing? What are we doing? We have to stop this momentum now.
Really hard.
Like we have the mode. We must stop it.
People tune out as fast as
it's just awful. It's
so
awful.
We hit the windshield in blackout for a week. Don't know what happened.
And then it's like we get tonight's episode, which I am surprised they were even able to get an hour's worth of anything. But then it's just like I'm watching this and it's like, my God, Cameron's edit is just so solid. He has such a great edit. Like, no wonder that
people
the casual viewers love him. Like, he's going to win America's favorite player. Like, count on it. It's happening.
The casuals love him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love him. And I just gotta throw this up because I'm still hashtag Cameron sucks.
Again. Part 2.
I was going to put Redux, but it felt...
But you had to think that he was the more interesting person to come back in the game over Jared, right?
I just hate Jared.
Yeah.
Well, Jared would have sown some chaos for sure. Because he would have instantly divided the house back into 2. And I think Cameron will serve to bust up the Jag Core America Matt thing.
Yeah.
More likely than Jared would have.
I kind of feel though that if Jared had, I feel like if Jared had stayed in the house, like he basically would have been there to clear a path for Matt to win this game. Like, because nobody's clocking Matt. Like, he is back and forth. He's in good with everybody. And he knows, like, he has no problems admitting, I'm just going to flip-flop. I don't care. I'm riding the middle. It's not like he's going to get tied up in his own, like, moral entanglement, like, or be like, I have to be loyal to this group over this group.
No, by voting him out. by voting him out, they freed him, right? He's free to like redo,
Well,
make new
Yeah, and-
alliances, make new friends, make new alliances.
well, the thing is that, but I mean, like Matt himself, if Jared was there, there would be enough division, and I think there'd be enough division, and clearly there would be some sort of,
yeah,
something would happen where it was like the attention would be off Matt. Matt would have that clear field. With Cameron, however, he's dealing with somebody who you just said you're going to make an alliance with this guy, and he is going to watch your ass like a hawk. Like Cameron is going to have his eyes on his players.
I don't blame him.
Especially after the whole thing with Red. Like, it's going to be, he is like, casuals cannot comprehend how creepy this man is.
Well,
Like,
no,
he's
And-
just, he will not, I mean, he
And I don't think he- I
borders
don't
a
think
little
he-
bit psycho.
I don't think the average dude gets the creepy vibe that the average woman draws off of him. Because
Yeah.
Not always. Not
when,
always.
no, when I'm reading like in the threads, and we're in some chat groups and stuff, and the women are like creepy as fuck. Oh, I'm not supposed to be. Sorry.
Creepy
as-
AF.
Creepy.
uh, CJW and some random numbers says the resurrection would have
every
been
week I
fine
have to
if
tell
it wasn't
them.
between the two worst people.
Yes.
Would it though?
Yeah.
Would it though? And I want to make a point on this. Is okay. The best competition of the season was what?
The double
This
eviction?
season?
No,
Is
the
that- are
best
you-
competition. The best competition so far.
Oh, well, the pressure cooker,
Okay,
except for
and they
that
made it
didn't
irrelevant.
mean anything.
I think they ruined
And then
it
they took double eviction night and made it irrelevant. So
again.
this was not the time for this twist.
Yeah,
Send
you're
some
right.
people, the next
David.
two people, the two biggest things that have happened this season are the pressure cooker and the double eviction. We love double eviction, right? But when you take double eviction and it's not truly double eviction,
Yeah, what's the point?
I understand they're going to bring somebody back at some point, but you could have taken and had those two battle and then kept one of them in purgatory and then let another
The thing with
person
it
in the-
is, and
maybe
I,
bring them back in 3 eps,
and I think
Um,
I think if Jack were here, if Crazy Hank were around ever, he would say that the problem with it is that it makes it so that their game is kind of blown, or like they were voted out. Why should they get to come back in?
Well, and immediately, and the
It's
double
not
eviction
fair.
is to me is like one of the sacred things of the game. In that you have to be prepared for it, right?
Yeah.
In like the middle of the game,
They
And then-
spring it on you, supposedly.
and then boom, it blew Jared's game up, and he was gone. And then we'll let you back.
yeah,
Well, we had a good 2 weeks where Corey and America were turning their game around. And they worked.
I think Core
they worked
America
hard.
is now the proper vernacular for that.
No, it's AmeriCorey, and I'll die on that hill.
Oh.
Just because they call themselves that inside, they don't know that the Twitter world has already made it official. I will die on that hill.
why couldn't they be Murray?
AmeriCorey. But they
That
they
sounds
spent
better.
2
Yeah,
weeks
exactly.
like working 2 weeks working their ass off. And I mean, it went, they had Izzy, Cam, Jared, boom, boom, boom. They were moving this house around, and suddenly all of the work they did, short of what, Izzy, like all the work that they did just means
nothing.
nothing.
Well, and they
It
are
is
now,
for
in
nothing.
my opinion, they may be the biggest targets in the house right now.
They absolutely are the biggest targets in the
Because
house right now.
Blue and I gotta say it, Blue started playing the game like a week and a half ago out of nowhere, and she's actually
What could
she's
have
being a little
happened?
insidious in that she's really going around and rallying a bunch of
She is
a bunch of
okay.
stuff.
Listen, I'm gonna say something I only say when I'm very upset with a girl who is being. She's kind of being a little bit of a heifer this week about America. Like, she is being mean, mean, mean. America's not a girl's girl. Like, just talking BS about her and
Well,
Corey left and right.
The mean girls are always mean to the
Is she jealous because there's another showmance that might
I
be cuter
don't.
than her?
I don't
Her
know what.
boyfriend's gone now, so
But I don't know what her deal with it is. But she is I don't know. I don't know if she's trying to paint a target, but she's like going maybe a little bit too far with it, or if that's her genuine opinion. But she's saying some nasty stuff. She's being really hateful about it, and I'm not sure
We don't like that.
why. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's an issue. Because honestly, America, by all means, is non-problematic.
And the far superior player, I think, as well. But
Yeah, she's fine. She is not snotty to a single person in that house. She's very nice.
because she's not a girl.
Yeah, but she's not a girl's girl. And then also Twitter's just having fits this week because again, America being the star of everybody is like angst and anger for some reason. She's kind of flirty with Cam, right? She's a little flirty with Cam. She said going into the house, she was going to flirt with the guys.
She is doing that to keep off his radar.
Right. But Corey knows this. This isn't a thing Corey's not aware of.
It.
And he's like, hey, whatever you're comfortable with doing, you do. You know, he's
I think there's probably limits to that statement, but
I mean, he feels confident enough in his position and his relationship. He's not like fragile and freaking out about this. But Twitter is apparently like one half of Twitter is freaking out because she's flirting with Cam and everybody's getting all upset because Cam's so creepy and she's basically asking for it. The other half of Twitter is freaking out because Cam is so creepy and he's all over her and he's not respecting her space. And it's Twitter, Big Brother Twitter has had 10 times more things going on this week than the actual Big Brother house.
Oh, there's no Big Brother Twitter. Big Brother Twitter, when they're bored, they begin to eat themselves. Have you noticed?
Yes, they do. It gets very divided.
Time, right?
As the house divides, so doth Twitter. It's a very dramatic part in a way.
Julie holds her arms
I
up.
created this for Jamie Joe.
Call it X now.
Never.
We refuse to refer to as
I will
X.
never call it X. It's dumb.
Yep.
I think he was just kidding. I think he's going to rename it Twitter in like 6 weeks and go, I'm rich. I was just screwing with y'all.
That would at least be a slightly amusing way of wasting money.
Would it though?
If you
I
like
feel like-
snark.
Well,
If you like a little snark.
It's a lot of
The
waste.
thing is, everybody goes to Threads, and now like Threads is deader than dead.
Deader than dead.
Did you know that if you rhyme with rhyme, you're rhyming? Like you it's thread. It's
And
thread.
that
Better than
is
dead.
better than dead.
No, let's talk a little bit
Okay.
about Cameron's decision to play the comp. Bean asked the question, did anybody think Cameron was going to fail at the comp once they saw it?
No, but did everyone else think he had to have 3 balls in 3 minutes because there was 3 balls sitting there?
That's what I thought. I thought it was 3 in 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, that's impossible.
No,
I didn't think it was
one.
impossible. Claire and Derek X could have nailed that. They could have done that, but
They
it
Okay,
would have been
probably
hard.
have that.
Cameron is no Derek X, let's be clear.
No,
In
it's
any way.
Derek X would never effing name his hair birth.
I love Derek.
my future son-in-law.
I don't know.
We love Derek X.
We love him.
Love Derek.
Okay, I don't love Derek X apparently as much as Julie does, but
I love Derek X.
We're gonna welcome him right in the family.
He started the Big Brother for me. Like that's
Was that it?
that's when I started following Big Brother. I was like, oh, Derek
did
X.
you watch
I
Amazing
love
Race
that.
with him and Claire too?
No, because I didn't want to.
Yeah, because Amazing Race. Let me tell you what about Amazing Race. Your mom and Jamie Joe are gonna say it's great. You should watch it, and they're lying. It is awful. But I'm gonna watch it this year.
Fine.
But the first season I watched was the COVID season, so maybe that's not good.
Yeah, that's not a great
that
way
one
to
was really
start.
good.
It's
I
not
wouldn't
it's
go
not
on
the
my way to
greatest way
watch
to
it.
start.
But like if I had it,
Yeah, if you had it on, I'm in the room and I'm watching it.
watch it with me.
Well, Derek, when it was Derek X's season, yeah, I was watching it.
Well, you didn't watch the season on Amazing. That's what we're saying. You should watch that one. Anyway,
Yeah, it seems everybody in the chat thought that
thank you,
he had to do all 3
Bean.
balls.
No,
Okay,
thank you,
see?
Bean. It's live TV. They cannot screw this up. It's not like if one got stuck and like they can't
Yeah.
lose the time by running.
Well, yeah,
without
like the ball is going across the floor, or you can't find
You-
it, or
you just never know. You don't want to have it be like, well, I couldn't win because of the ball, and if
Yeah.
I like they just like covered their bases. They're like, we'll have an extra
Right.
ball, and then somebody else was like, you know what? Let's put a third one there just in case.
on the second try,
Because it's
he moved that ball up in like 4 seconds. It was like whoop, and it was
oh
up
yeah,
at the
because
armpit.
he was really
Yep.
really careful that first time going up, but that once it falls, like because he's getting a rhythm of it, he's getting the feel for, and he went right up there. So
But it seemed like the armpit was the problem. Like once
Yeah,
he got
getting
rid of that,
around.
then he was good.
because it was narrower, so it the edge was narrower,
This
and
is
then
the
it
Well,
was
and
same-
such
it was this
angle.
way, right?
The
So he
angle,
had to,
yeah, the
yeah.
narrowness with the
This
angle.
was the same thing as Frankie Grande's, right? Like the one where Caleb like he pretended to blow it, right? He threw it. And so Frankie had to do it himself.
Yeah.
And it was this. Was it like a football player or something instead of because it was a football comp. I remember that much. But
Yeah, and it was it was football themed, right? It was
see,
like a
so
different-
don't you think they should have made the zombie look like a Frankie Grande zombie?
That would have been good.
So they had
Wouldn't
to
it have at
make
least
two,
made sense?
because they didn't know who was going to be playing this one. Would it be Cam or Jared? So they had a
That
Jared
doesn't matter.
one too in case he let Jared do it. They two ready? What did they do? It's weird.
Yeah. Also, do you think Jared would have had a chance? Would
Dude,
he
what
have
the
done it? Would
Dude,
you
your
think he
show
would
is
have done
being
this?
really weird.
I think Jared would have done it too.
Yeah. You think he would have been able to make it happen? That old Jared? I do.
Oh,
I
Bean thought he was going to drop again.
I
Once
thought
he did the first, I thought,
That's mental fortitude right there, because it's like hurry, but you have to really slow yourself
Yeah.
down.
Right. I
Calm
do love
yourself.
the idea though that the idea of Cameron not making it, losing, and then Jared winning, and like that would mean every win he's had was like by default.
Yeah. Yes. And Bean says that Jared would have panicked and failed. And I don't know. I think he might have gotten the ball to go into the hole with like a raging torrent of his own tears. It could have been
Oh my
something. like that.
goodness. Oh my God. I'm just like, no, dude, stop. I mean, I get it. It's your mom. You're emotional. Okay, whatever. I'll let you have that. But like, really, sincerely, this is a good thing for her.
Right?
Like,
Right,
you're doing
Chris?
the right thing by leaving.
Yeah.
confidence in
she's-
numbers says
I-
Jared crying like a baby.
That's
OMG.
Chris.
I know it is, I'm
JW
teasing.
with a bunch of
He's just messing
numbers.
with you. Okay, got it.
A bunch of
yeah,
numbers.
like a baby. And they even had to cut away to go back into the house because he was literally like, they're like, even CBS was like, all right, cut to the house.
Okay, and you know what though?
Wow.
I have to say it, and I know we're not talking about the other show, but even that, Jared was still 800 times more manly than anyone on Survivor. Oh my
It's
God.
different. It's different when you cry about your
If
mom.
you didn't know, guys, Survivor started back on Wednesday nights yesterday. And this is why we'll lose our Wednesday nights and go to Tuesday starting next week. So don't forget while we're on it. But
What's this? We're losing what? Oh, I see. We're
Wednesday
Tuesday.
night.
We're
Yeah,
Sunday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and
Sunday,
Thursday.
Tuesday wins Thursday, which is great for those who can't catch it live. They have like extra time in between
They have
to
an extra day.
stream
They
it
got an
if
extra
they-
day in there.
because that Wednesday, Thursday might be hard for some people. But anyway, so hopefully that'll help them out.
Do you think that that's part of the timing on this? That because we had Amazing Race and Survivor dropping CBS at the same time, like this week, like they just had to get all the interns. They had to get them on a bus from Big Brother
they were
and bring them
busy,
into
like-
the other shows. They were like, let's just leave the camera on. No one actually needs to man it. We'll just cancel everything for the game for the week. Leave the camera running. We'll slide some food
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the door and
Yeah.
they'll be fine. We got to get over to Amazing Race.
We got some things we got to do.
So question. Bean said that Jared's tears are needed to help blunt the wrath he's about to get for all his bad comments in the house, and that's are we talking about the injection? I don't know that we are or we're not, but at the end of the day, are his tears going to help temper the wrath of the Twitter? I think not.
I don't think so. It was.
I mean,
I've
freaking
read Twitter.
Blue's sister is dissing him on
I went on
Twitter.
Twitter last
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
She was already
She's
looking
even-
to see what people.
She's not even like happy with no, we're not going to visit. We're not going to hang out.
It's a situation where it was so pathetic. It wasn't like he was just crying a little bit for his mom. You know, like it held together. It was like,
Well, and then
yeah, you know, I
Julie,
wish it
think,
was
what do you
Guys,
think your
he's
mom
been
will do in
crying.
the house?
right.
And he can't answer the question.
He has been crying since he got back into the house and lost the first challenge. He hasn't stopped crying because he keeps losing challenges.
So
His crying was not about separating from his mom, not really. His crying is because he didn't win anything.
his
He
whole
didn't-
game, exactly, because he didn't win. Sore loser. Suri, you're a champion, whether you've ever won anything, but your son, he needs to pull up his big boy pants.
Chris
For sure.
of the numbers and consonants tells us that his tears make me more mad.
More
And I
mad.
gotta
Like you
say-
hate him more.
I
And
gotta
that-
say,
I'm
I think I'm with you. I'm with you, Chris.
I'm
I'm feeling you. We're vibing on this.
person. And it made me hate him more. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I loved that Julie's like, oh my God, we have like 10 minutes. You're crying. How does this make you feel? What are you feeling right now?
Yeah, she's like, she just like got it in there a little
God,
harder.
I really was hoping Julie was going to tear him up during that interview.
She-
I know
when
she
did
had
it, we went,
this-
ooh.
Has
She
Julie
had-
ever torn up anybody in an exit interview? Really?
Sure, she slapped somebody in the head once. It was awesome. Back in the old days.
She whipped her wig off and hit him.
Just
Okay,
smacked
so-
Oh,
him.
the wig.
So Chris thinks that Saria is going to slay without him, and I have to think it's good for her game. I think
Absolutely.
her game is probably still done.
Maybe.
It
I don't
depends. It depends on if they've
It
they
depends
think
on the Core America
her
Jan
power
Matt
away.
Splinter.
Well,
how that
I'm
works.
gonna say this. This is my prediction. From where I'm sitting, my instinct would be that if she lets go of a little beef that's happening with Corey in America and they can work together, she'd be in a better position than if she decided to work with Cameron. She needs to not be gunning for Corey like she told Jared, and she needs to be gunning for Cameron, because Corey in America, they can't save themselves in comps if they're sitting on the block. Cameron can every time.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure that's true. Corey may be able to.
Nah, next to Cameron, it's no. Like in comparison, because
Well, but on an HOH,
They haven't done the
veto
golf
court,
one yet.
Cameron
Maybe
might
he's
not
the
be
excellent
playing.
golfer.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, yeah, okay, you're gonna have to see what's happening with this week's HOH. But Cerie's game is better partnering up with Corey in America as far as numbers go, because Matt and Jag will come with if Corey in America are with Cerie, if that happens. But Cameron, yeah, you can work with him and the numbers can steamroll out Corey in America, but then she's pulling a Heisem all over again. Once Corey goes, she doesn't have anybody. She really doesn't.
So the question is, who she's going to target Cameron for a couple reasons. One, as Chris points out, there's the revenge factor, but also for what you just said, he's the one that needs to go for her game.
Cameron, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but she's told Jared she's gunning for Corey
Which makes
on
no
the
sense.
goodbye message. She's like, I'll go after, that she's going
Yeah,
after
but
Jared.
when do they record those? How soon? You know what I
But
mean?
also, you know what? Maybe she's just telling him that because he's got his sights on Corey, and the whole time that's the wrong one to have your sights on. And she just said that to make him feel, I don't know, like.
And where does FBJ come into this?
Where does Jag?
No, FBJ.
Oh, she's just going to go with whoever was the last person to say that the person before that said something bad about her.
I forgot about Molly Jean. I literally
FPJ?
Oh
FPJ?
my God. There's never been a more inconsequential player.
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay,
She's
Bowie
gonna
Jean.
float her
I'm
way
with
right
you.
into the final 3 you watch.
Well, she will. Of course, she's gonna be in the final because she's.
But it'll be
she's
like
the-
a final two if
She's
she's
gonna
there.
sneak her way in there.
Yeah, I mean, because she doesn't even have to sneak her way in. They're literally just pulling her in, going like, "Hey, that person said something mean to you, and then about you," and then she's like, "Oh my god, I thought we were friends," and then the next person goes, "Oh, they said something mean about you," and then she's like, "Oh my god, I thought I trusted them." No, this how it's been since day one with
Well,
this
okay,
woman.
was that not just, wait, I
Come
want
on.
to take a moment, just take a moment to acknowledge Jamie's fairly decent Australian accent that she just did.
Oh, thank you.
It's pretty-
I like it.
King George would approve,
It was pretty good.
as would his puppy.
No.
Douglas.
Douglas. I want to get a Douglas shirt. Can somebody buy me
Don't
that?
we all? Can
But
we
you
just
know-
all get a shirt of
You can't.
George's dog?
Yeah, and I'm gonna like wear it on
Really-
a cruise and nobody will
Hey,
get it
if
except for
you
that one
listen-
person who gets it.
Listen, if you can get if you can get a Survivor Omer shirt, you can surely get a George shirt. Just saying.
Check Etsy. I bet you it's there.
Dude, there's some ad that comes up on Facebook like every 5 months where it's get your picture of your dog on this Hawaiian shirt. It's not hard to get the shirt
No, that shirt. No, you can get that ordered right now.
for sure.
I think you guys have to give Bowie a break. You know, it's not her fault. I mean, she's very young. She's only
Who's very young? Bowie?
yeah. She's not 46. She's 30.
She's 30.
Or whatever she's.
She's
so young.
You know the people
45.
now
I know.
don't believe that she
She's
is.
34.
It's actually
So
hilarious.
funny. So funny.
Why are you trying to like lie about like that? Like you like at least make it a believable lie because like I'm 33.
Well, we had a Survivor player. Was it last season or the season before that? That was
Yeah.
was 22 years old or something.
Yeah,
Or
no.
18. He was 18, but he lied and said he was
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, because in his mind, 22, that makes a huge difference. They were gonna go, oh yeah, he's wise beyond his
Oh,
years.
it's fine. He can
Oh,
stay.
he's not a kid.
If
He's
he had,
normal.
if he was 18, I would have said no. You need to leave. But
no,
he's 22, so he's good.
I mean, at least you can have a beer, right?
So are we? What are we? Day 60 now? Day 61? Is that?
We're
I don't
zombie.
know.
mode. There's no space
I-
and time in this week.
I guessed so poorly last week. I'll let you guys figure that out. I don't know. Time has no meaning.
We're a week past halfway. Yeah, we're like
We're beyond halfway because they had the party. So we're about
Correct.
10 days.
Here,
past
yes,
that.
we are a week past halfway.
We're like
Maybe 8 days, I'm guessing.
creeping
And
up
I
on
think they did the
two-thirds.
halfway party at like 52. So I'm guessing right around 60 days.
I need
Okay.
Zumba next week.
Yeah, we do.
That feels about right. So
We're
here's
due for
the
OTEP and
question.
Zumba.
Here's the question, and I want Julie to answer the question first. Who do you feel at this point will win the game? This is your halfway point prediction.
You didn't get to pick this one.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba,
You guys to continue to talk, and then you can.
I
why you think
feel
about
that my first instinct, who I want to win the game, is Corey. But I know I'm thinking, I just feel like Corey's such a big target now. So I don't think, but like he was my first pick. I thought he was gonna win at first. I don't know. I don't know.
So what you're
Corey.
saying is,
Okay, you're
I
going.
want
She's
Corey.
going with Corey.
Woo.
I would love that. I would love Corey to win.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting right now because I feel like we were talking about Suri earlier. I feel like they all were seeing Suri as this person who was wielding all this power, and they poked so many holes in it. And now Jared's gone. I think they're going to see her as, oh, we neutered her. We took care of her. She's not a threat anymore.
Mm.
And that's what I think is going to happen. So if she just plays it low, she just really slows it down, she might be able to ride that a little bit.
You
Until
guys
she-
are gonna.
So who are you predicting, Christy?
Who am I? listen, my pick is Jag, and I think he might still be able to do something. He's hung in there. I don't know.
Okay, Christy is staying firm with Jag.
I mean,
you gotta
why
love her
not?
for it.
Do I get double points for staying with my original pick?
No,
No.
you
No.
don't win anything anyway.
There are no points. We don't believe in points.
The only thing you get is the ability, like I have, to be able to say I picked Xavier.
We
on
need
the
a
first
golden
night.
something.
I win the golden power of saying I picked Xavier on the first night.
You win the golden power of Nito.
Nito. So yeah, I don't know.
I think keep Jag. I don't think he's. I mean, I have Jag and America were my original like winner duo. And Jag's still sitting there pretty safe. I don't know, depending on who he would be up against, trying to make a speech, but
I think this week, depending on who wins HOH, this week's going to be real difficult. I feel like.
Okay, can I throw out another prediction that I just
you got to make your winner prediction first.
That's my this is the thing.
Okay.
I don't want to abandon my original pick, but if we were
Cameron, she thinks it's Cameron.
No.
And Bertha?
No. I think that
there could be only one.
It could. Oh my gosh. No, she couldn't win against Sari, but maybe. What if, let's just play, what if we had Blue and Sari together at the end? Blue keeps her mouth shut this
with who? With Bowie?
Time. Nah, yeah, maybe Bowie. But Blue keeps her mouth shut this entire time and never does tell anybody that she knows that Jared and Sari are mother and son, and she waits until her speech to the jury to say, and this entire time I have known. Yep.
Oh my God. Somewhere in an alternate universe, that is what's going to play out.
That's the winning key.
Beautiful.
I am still sticking with my first night prediction of Nicole.
Yeah.
That was my prediction.
I don't disagree, Bean. He says Corey's going to talk his way out of trouble. I don't disagree. He's a great debater. I don't know. It just, if they try to get Cam out and try to get Corey out, then there's not really anybody who's.
I think Cam goes next if he doesn't win HOH.
I think they have.
They would be dumb if they did it, but they
usually.
But this is a game filled with they're going to be dumb if they didn't, and then they don't.
Yeah, but we're getting to the point now where it seems like Corey's controlling the game, and Corey is not dumb, and Corey is going to see it.
But this week was really, really bad for Corey. Not just the fact that the two people he signaled and they came back in the house and they got to do damage control with everybody else.
I want to take issue with what you just said. I saw the sour scene. This has been the best week of that young man's life.
It was a good birthday. It was a good birthday. Best he ever had.
Birthday's usually the kiss of death.
But he really did have a bad week. He's, Corey does this thing where he always sets himself up with sarcasm. Like I've said before, he kind of like jokes. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And then he started like stopping the joke thing and then was a little bit more sarcastic to the point where he just started telling people his game moves ahead of time because he was under some weird assumption that they already were on board with it. Like that they were as smart as him. He just assumes that most people are like at the same level of intelligence as him, which is horrible for his gameplay, but also another great point for his character. That he just assumes that everyone else is around the same level of intelligence, but he's probably not too damn full of himself.
But I'm watching him in the shower, with America, and I think to myself, what happened to Corey, who was so concerned about his mom watching? It's just amazing what a motivated woman can do to a man's resolve. I mean,
it's just a day 60. Again, I think in the Big Brother time, isn't that like time 7? Isn't like dog years or something? The amount of it. Like, he's like, I haven't seen my mom for like 67 years. She'll be fine. She'll be just so happy to see me. Yeah,
she'll not watch. She'll know.
His numbers wants CBF to rig it so Cam gets evicted.
David, look at that. He's willing to go all the way to get Bertha.
He is. He's willing to go all the way. He's going to write a letter. A strongly worded letter.
Well, he
it.
should get Kyland on his side of this, and Kyland will go like full blown writing a letter. Let me talk to your manager.
Look at
on
this.
your behalf."
Look at the retort comment.
Jackson's mom. Did Jackson's mom send a letter to CBS?
I'm guessing.
Ooh, maybe you'll have to send that to our email so we can see it.
Oh, I haven't looked at her. I've gotten so out of the habit. Do we even have email? I
Wait,
can't
what's email?
recall. Do we have an email address?
Oh yeah, once upon
What
a
is
time.
this email you speak
Set us
of?
up with the
I
email.
guarantee there's nothing there, but I'm going to go to it right now.
Yeah, you don't even know. We could be talking a lot of smack. Dang.
That's what we do at this
but
point.
You know it's a long night when you can't spell Google.
Yeah.
Why are you
It's-
spelling
it's been
Google?
a-
Isn't that just the default?
You mean you have to drive there? Why don't you just go to a library at this point? Oh my God.
Okay. Wah, wah, wah. Once
what
again, there is no email
I
to
wanted
be
to
read.
turn up.
No email. It's like
Stop.
Roe
Shocker.
doesn't even have an email account.
Mm.
It's
Well,
like it's like Roe has had time in the last 2 weeks to watch like the entire 7 seasons of The West
Maybe
Wing,
she's
but
just
not enough time to send us an email.
listen.
Well, it's because
Rose-
Ro gave up emailing for her New Year's resolution. So
You know what?
Well,
Rosa
fair.
lady. She's not going to email us on the first show. You know,
we got to
the
wine and dine her before
She's
she's
going to make
going
us
to send
work
us
for
an
that
email.
email. You know what I mean? Maybe for the finale, she'll send us an email.
No, the email actually being the email has one message, and it was sent to us on March 28th because Christy had to miss the season finale of Survivor AU.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the only
Yeah.
email we've ever
And I
received
sent
is,
it because
is
I
in
thought
fact from
you guys
one of
would
us.
read it on the show, but nobody checked the email, so you guys didn't get it. But
And
saw-
the sad
That
part, and the
sounds
sad
right.
part
That
is, I
sounds
even
like
asked my mother to send an email, and she hasn't.
Well, that's because your mother's not Sari. I mean, production would bend
saying.
over backwards for you if she was. You'd have all the emails you needed.
I'm saying we've had a little activity on the Facebook page, though.
yeah,
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a
the more
there-
chatting, the more like, ugh, I can't stand it, or oh
there-
my god,
there-
did you see
there,
this?
there was a joke on Julie's hair last week that kind of
It
got
was such a
close to
bad
the
joke.
line. It definitely walked
Not
right
you.
up
I know,
to
not
the
the other
line
one.
of bad taste.
It definitely walked the line.
You guys, though, why did she do that? What's your theory?
Is that she did it for attention? People
That's it,
talking about
exactly. That's
Maybe
it.
Les was like not paying attention to her last week, and she was like, "I'll show him." Oh,
Yep.
it. Bob.
Let me at it. That's what she said. Yeah.
Bean, I know, but I sent it to them actually because I wasn't there to read it. So,
Being said,
I kept
sending emails to yourself does not count.
but I sent
I
it to
replied
you,
back.
David.
It does. It truly does.
Okay, well, sorry.
It
All
does
right.
indeed.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot more to go off this week. It's been rough for Corey. He's
sucks.
messing
Well,
up his
it
own
was-
game. The twist messed up his game.
Wait. We have to talk about the wig. And we
Okay.
have to talk about the choice of the pink dress.
Well,
which
the
I
pink
thought
dress-
was fabulous.
The pink dress is that's a good solid, That's a good.
I thought it
Yeah.
was
It's a nice color on her.
I'm glad the bob was the wig. The bob was not the move.
It's just-
Not the bob. Not the
Not the
bob.
Why did the wig fit her right? It was like too far down on her face.
Well,
or
I think I
something.
even said last week, guys, what if it's a wig?
F.
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't-
Because I thought it looked kind of really thicker. The texture looked a little different than her normal hair. The
Yep.
thickness, I don't know. But I'm glad it was. But I just don't even understand why. Because like,
She's the
how
thing.
many episodes has she hosted?
Oh.
And then just like randomly,
All of them.
is it because it was the scary verse this week?
Perhaps.
I mean, I don't
It might have been
understand,
the scariest thing in the Scaryverse.
or
Why does this production team create these twists and themes and then do nothing to use them? Like, what the hell?
I have a wig theory.
Okay.
I think Mr. Moonves likes the wig. And so it's like a thing. She wears it to work and then goes home. And
it's always about wigs and showers with this guy.
Yes, but if that was true, David, wouldn't it have to be a wig with her ponytail on the side?
oh boy.
That's a
boy.
deep cut. A deep
Oh.
cut. Anyway, so but just a wig 1 week, that's silly. Like, why isn't she wearing a wig tonight? Like, either you're in or you're out, Julie. Come on.
Commit to the plan. Commit.
She's such a poser.
Maybe it's because she didn't get positive attention. She was like, nope, not that. Not doing that again.
So, next question.
Yeah.
All right.
Who would you prefer to win HOH this week? Not who do you think will win? Who would you really want to see win because it would be good TV, or just because you like the person, or
America?
I was just gonna say America.
I think it would be fair. I think it'd be fun to see her have the power, because I think he would be fine with it. Like, they'll be.
I feel so bad because every time somebody says America, I hear West Side Story in my head.
It's okay.
I want to live
as long as you dance when you think it, it's fine.
Who would she put up?
Probably not Cam.
No, I was just gonna say that.
You don't think she? Oh no,
I don't know. I don't know. Right?
She's friends with Cam. She genuinely kind of tries to be friends with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she would, and then she'd be like, "Oh,
okay.
I hate that I had to," or backdoor him. You know.
Here, being twisted. My question: who'd be the best HOH, and who would be the absolute worst?
Worst HOH is Cam.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because
could be Cirie.
Best.
I think Cam and Cirie would probably be similar picks, but I just feel that Cam's would be worse because, well, one, it's Cam.
Yeah, and it's just like
nobody wants that creepy ego walking around.
Yes, he does get super full of himself. And
you know what? I will say this: if Cam cuts his hair, I will root for him the rest of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't.
If he buzz cuts, if he takes and has his hair look like mine.
I'm gonna run a real risk running up to your iceberg here, David. But at this point, I think the hair is probably the best thing about him.
It's very healthy looking.
Yeah, he's not. I don't really care for this fella at all, but he does have.
But he has good
quite
hair.
Healthy hair, even if he looks like a doofus.
Yeah, what are you using? Like,
maybe it's still solid, healthy hair.
It's all he's got, David. It's all he's got.
That's all he's got.
I have to consider that for a moment. So to paraphrase Michael Myers, talk amongst yourselves.
That's code for he has to take a leak.
All right.
We're on to you. We just hear him sobbing in the background.
So
how does this make you feel, David? How are you feeling right now?
I'm in this Jared. Oh, it's because you said you liked Cam's hair. He's so devastated. He can't even take it. No, I think Cam would be the worst because just honestly, you're in the game every week. You're trying to stay exactly in your equilibrium, right? You don't want to be stick your neck out too much. Yep. You don't want to be too weak. You're balancing this thing, and then he's out, and you're like, okay. And now he's back, and you'd be like, I wouldn't like it if I was anybody in that house. Whether they think they can use him or not, they all voted him out. So.
Do you think that CBS kind of did this weird week thing where they had to stay in the house for a week afterwards and interact and all of this, basically to take away the thing that usually happens when somebody comes back into the house and kind of gets voted out fairly
immediately?
Quickly? Yeah.
Maybe, but I still think it was stupid if they did it thinking it was going to make a lot of interesting things happen inside the house. Why not have the feeds until Sunday?
Yeah.
I don't even understand that.
It was poor choices. I feel like it was poor choices all around.
Because you cut a day, you already cut a day of viewing out.
Yep.
Fine, whatever. people want to see what's going on. Why would you cut the feeds? It makes zero sense. It makes zero. I don't know what
it's been a really, like, the energy is really weird on this whole thing. There was multiple times, I guess, America and Corey were trying to figure out if Corey was going to be allowed to compete in the upcoming HOH.
Yes, and they said tonight he was very,
as you know, seeing
And
as
he
that
will, right? Don't they always let him?
Well, they didn't know for sure, because look, here's the weird technicality with this twist is that he was an HOH. He technically was the last person to win HOH.
Correct.
So that should mean he does not get to compete in the next competition. However, his HOH was pretty much made void.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even get to have the HOH room or anything this whole week. So it was basically like he never got HOH.
Yep.
So
well, why did they give everyone their HOH basket? What the hell was that?
Yeah, that was weird too, right? Like they all got like presents. They got gifts.
It's like CBS just went, well, we have all this HOH stuff here. That's
what I'm telling you. That's what they were sliding under the door to feed these people while they were away at the other studio.
We spent $100 on this, and then CBS is like, because people on Twitter want you to have things. Like somebody's like, hey, at CBS, I wish you'd give them Starburst. No one did that.
No, what we were saying is you have two-way mirrors. Utilize them. It's scary week. We need to see if do jump scares. Damn it.
We didn't even know what it was going to be. And it was like, we came up in like 2 minutes, a better idea than what they did.
All these ideas, all these great ideas, right?
And let's take a minute to condemn CBS production, totally condemn them for the worst zombie costumes in the history of the freaking universe.
They were
bad costumes.
Yeah, they didn't look very zombie-ish, did they?
You know what they looked like? They looked like the leper costumes on Jesus Christ Superstar.
Like
so they had lepers.
Like a poor beggar in the street.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not a zombie. It's just leprosy.
They weren't zombies. You're right. Consonants and numbers.
Yeah, not even zombies.
I know it's Chris. I'm just teasing.
Consonants. You say every day. That's Chris. That's Chris. That's Chris. That's so Chris.
That is so Chris. He would. He totally would.
That is so consonant and number.
but they like let him go back in the house right away. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to do that. They could have done this thing where they let him eavesdrop.
Why didn't they hold him like in purgatory for a couple days and not hold the house guests and like sprung it on him? They could have done the competition without the house guests.
Here's an idea. Why didn't their competitions and their challenges, instead of being stupid challenges like that during scary week where there's zombies, why not instead let them back into the house, but they had to do like saboteur challenges? Like they had to be in the secret room where nobody knew they were back in the game.
And you know,
they had to do sabotage missions.
You know where they've had the secret room is on AU Big Brother. They have the secret room, and the people who've been voted out who are maybe coming back are in the secret room.
Always.
They can see what's going on in the house, but nobody knows they're there. Well,
it
was
last season. They do that? Gosh darn it.
Because here's the greatest thing about AU Big Brother. Yeah. They shamelessly just do whatever they can do to get eyeballs. They're like, okay, we understand this is totally unfair and we're cheating for this person, but we're okay with it. Because we like them, but we don't like the other guy.
Because we love the viewers.
You see, the problem is the viewers like the guy who got thrown out, so we need to save him, and we're going to.
They're blatant about it. They just give people what they want.
And then there's Canada Big Brother, where they're like, live feeds? Nah. No, we don't want you to have any idea. This storyline, it was very accurate, and this is exactly how everything happened.
Okay, could you imagine this year if Survivor had live feeds and the hamster watch would be like one sentence: everyone sucks.
No, it would be two sentences. Hamster watch would say everyone sucks, and then the second would be, don't come at me with your hate. I'm just here to report what's happening.
For real.
He does say that a lot.
I watched live last night, and I was not very impressed like you, David. But I think I'm going to try and watch it again this weekend with...
I'm going to watch it because our friend Jamie Jo is
Yes.
Hi, that's me.
doing
Yeah.
a Survivor podcast. Jamie, tell us about the Survivor podcast you're doing.
I am doing a Survivor podcast with Jack and Colleen on the Jay and Jack podcast feed. The whole network. The feed on YouTube is the Jay and Jack with the red logo. The red logo.
Now, is that the legendary OG gangster podcaster, Jack
Legendary.
Gladfelder?
Yeah.
Award-winning
Wow, like who was young when
podcasting
Lost
mister.
started?
He was.
Yeah. So many years ago.
Yes, he was. He was.
He's
young.
when he started podcasting, he looked like Jack, and then when he stopped podcasting, he looked like Locke.
Facts.
Well,
Hashtag
when he
these are the
started
facts.
podcasting, he was podcasting with his son who was living at home. His son who was living at home now has 2 children.
And his hair is deflated. What the heck? I don't even know who that is.
Like, I
He's
don't
lost all
even
his
know.
powers.
Anyhow,
even
so
know.
I'm excited to hear. I'm going to listen to your podcast tomorrow.
You know what? Here's the deal. Say what you will. There was a lot of things to goof on from our first 90
I'm
minutes
sure.
of episode to lead to where it did. And I have some real big feelings about that. And you can go check out that podcast if you would like to hear about them. Race cars. There's a drag race.
And my
going on.
windows are closed. Go Omaha. Woo woo.
But I have great hopes for this season. I am actually very excited.
Well, then I'm gonna go back and rewatch it, and I always listen. So I'll be listening.
I am going to be. I'm going
Hate
to be
watching?
negative about the entire season.
Oh, perfect.
I've determined.
David, seriously, what else is new?
You are just the curmudgeon neighbor.
Whoa,
You always
okay,
have
let's face it.
been.
I would like to say it. New Survivor sucks. Bring back old Survivor.
Yeah. That's why there's Australia, hun, and that's what we do.
You know,
we go to Australia
I
for the
want
old
food
school
there
game.
because you know what else they have? They have chips instead of fries, and that just feels civilized. Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, there's different flavors of Survivor and different
sure.
flavors of Big Brother.
That is
Well,
definitely.
well, apparently this flavor is I need a safe room because I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
I had a
I'm gonna look at
panic
my
attack.
It's a very
Dude,
sad, very
they
so
did-
sad story.
Okay, my only thing I'm gonna say is if he legit had a panic attack, they did not vet him very well.
Okay,
Because
first of
it
all,
was
he didn't have a
like,
panic attack. He was not physically able to pull himself out of the water.
That
wasn't a
I
panic
don't
attack.
disagree with you,
That
but
was
that's not
too
what he's
weak to
telling
pull
them.
himself out of the water.
But that's not what he's
I
telling
will
them.
just say
And-
this. I will say this for I would be right there in all the frustrations if I was his teammate. It would be driving me crazy. That being said, when they all jumped off of that ship, his little boat, the two of them, hauled ass. He could not get out onto that ladder because he has never exerted himself to full force for any length of time
Oh,
as
you
he
think he
did
just-
in that little boat.
He just
Like they were
Ran
like
through it.
almost an
Well, and
entire
that was-
minute
and that
ahead
was
of
not an
everyone else.
insubstantial swim, but
And I think it was super funny that the guy that was rowing the boat with him, I don't know their names yet. I got to watch again. But he was like, he's watching him fail, getting up. And he's like, oh, I'm going around you, dude. And he went up there.
Bye.
He was with his team hanging out there, like,
Shimmied
waiting.
up.
Oh, he should be coming any minute. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, he's coming. He's right there. And then it's like, he didn't come back. You know, he had to go back down and help. I was like, dude, if he just helped him to begin with.
I was it's an important thing, that teamwork. But you know what? We're gonna see a lot when the teamwork
Wow.
that it's
True.
you are. It's
Okay,
true. It's true.
Being, I want to be clear on a point. Where U.S. Survivor is concerned, that glass is not half empty. It is 7/8 empty, and it's filled with backwash. Okay.
Wow.
Be clear, it isn't a half empty situation.
It's water
It
from
is-
the poop pole.
It is a Jeff Probst egomaniac ode. That's all that's left.
I think that we are seeing a lot of these issues as a more like a CBS issue. We
But
don't even
is
have
that-
to get into individual hosts of these
But
things anymore.
But is that because it's just been done so much?
It's been
Is that
around
what-
forever
is that
and
what we're
ever and
getting at?
ever.
It's
Just like
because
rough.
they won't cast big personalities. They want to cast these people who are going to get in a circle and sing Kumbaya.
Oh, I am
Instead of-
sorry, but Carolyn was the big personality as it gets.
But
Right?
that's
No,
why
no,
I love her.
no. Carolyn accepted. Marianne
Jesse.
probably
But we used to
accepted.
have people like
And
Chaos
Carla
Cat.
But
and
where's
Gabby,
where's chaotic evil in
Right.
this?
There's like a
I'm sorry.
Chaos
Have you
Cat
seen
or-
Emily?
or a-
Did you meet
Oh,
Oh
Emily
no,
yesterday?
Emily's
Special
just an
hands.
asshole. Emily's not evil.
She's just
No, she's just she's super.
Okay,
she's
well,
super odd.
we this has been the Survivor podcast.
So Big Brother. Yeah, I guess we'll get on our normal.
that is
New
guys.
normal.
I would love to just point out that has been this damn week. See what did I say? What was my thoughts? That they pulled everybody off production on Big Brother because they knew they had Survivor and Amazing Race coming down the aisle this week, and they needed to put all of their focus on that. And we can sit here snide and snooty as we want, but we absolutely fell in that trope because we just spoke about Survivor for almost as long as we did this week's Big Brother.
Well, most of us had nothing positive to say about Survivor.
Well, not,
We were talking nonetheless. I don't think we had anything positive to say about either
Big Brother
side.
this week either. Okay, wait. I will say that I do like that the Big Brother showers are closed on the bottom, so you can't see how many feet are in
All
there.
the feet.
That's
yep.
a positive. That's a
Good for
positive.
them.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah.
Yep. That's that.
Chris,
That's
I'd
that.
like to tell you that Survivor gets better. It doesn't, buddy.
Okay, so Chris says, but I hate Emily. Didn't he just ask earlier who's this girl? And I go, oh, I think that's Emily. It was definitely Emily. Yeah. He immediately was like, this girl with the blonde hair that's wavy. And no, Chris, you don't talk like that. But yeah, that's her.
She's angry.
She's
All right, Christy, unless anyone else has anything else, you want to take us out?
okay, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you can get all the notifications when we're back on. Just in case you forget, life's busy, whatever. But we'll be back here next Thursday night. Meanwhile, if you guys are watching other seasons or other countries' versions, we can talk about that over and tally the votes on our Facebook group. And I guess that's it. I guess we'll see you next week, guys. Have a good week.
Peace out.